Oh my gosh, you guys. We've got to tell you about a really special company right here in Tacoma, Washington. They're called CAVE, which stands for Community and Veteran Events, and they're doing some seriously amazing work.
They're all about creating spaces where everyone feels seen, heard, and valued, especially our LGBTQ plus and our BIPOC veteran families. Basically, they're building a stronger Tacoma one event at a time.
Now, one of the coolest things they've got going is the House of Life. Think vibrant artistry, think family, think drag shows that aren't just entertainment, but full-on celebrations that lift people up. If you haven't been, trust us, it's an experience.
And be sure to mark your calendars. The Tacoma 9/11 Heroes Run is happening this year on September 22nd. CAVE teams up with the Travis Manion Foundation every year for this powerful moving event that honors those who have sacrificed while supporting veterans and families in our community.
At the end of the day, community is about holding each other up in the quiet moments and in the storms. And that's exactly what CAVE does.
So check them out at communityandveteranevents.com. That's communityandveteranevents.com. Show them some Offscript love and help keep this incredible work going.
Hi guys, I'm Bri.
And I'm Alli. This is Offscript.
If you think about it, books are potential scripts for movies.
When this adaptation happens, typically it's disappointing because they went off script.
In this series, we will be talking about how off script they went. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to Offscript. Oh,
what? They know I'm here. I did book 1.
Now we're doing book 2. Dungeon Crawler Carl. That's
book
a mouthful.
2. The Anarchist Cookbook.
No.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
No.
That's the third one, isn't it? The second one's my least favorite one.
Carl's Doomsday scenario.
There you go. That's what it's called.
Okay.
John, you should probably do the synopsis of this one because I barely remember it.
Well, basically,
John's like, I also barely remember.
No, I fully remember it. Book 2 covers floor 3. And from here on out,
it's
every
a floor per book
will be and it kind of gets confusing because you want to be like, oh, book 1 was floor 1, book 2 was floor 2, book 3 was floor 3. So
I have done that many times.
Book 5 is book 6. Book 4 is book 5 is floor 6.
Book 5 is book 6.
4 is floor 5. And ever since book 2, they're always one floor ahead of the book number. So anyways, it's floor 3. And this floor is called the Overcity. And there's a running theme. There, like the whole lore and story there's actually story 2 specifically within the book. There's lore for floors 3, 6, and 9. And also technically 18, I believe. But basically there's things that are set to happen in floors 3, 6, 9. And in floor 3, it's the Overcity. It's where the environment is much more open. They're no longer in kind of a dungeon. They're more of like an open world where there's towns and shops and inns and bars. And there's a forest with dangerous enemies and so forth. And they start to encounter quests for the first time, as well as elites
for the
first time.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really the scenery here on floor 3. And so it's drastically different. The environment's changed.
Is this the one where they're in the air?
No,
that's the third one. That's the bubbles that I'm thinking of.
That's book 4. Yeah.
Book 3 is the train.
So in this one, in floor 3, immediately upon the start of floor 3, they are granted the ability for the first time to have race and class selections.
That was in this book. I thought that was the next one.
Nope, this was this one.
Crazy.
So crawlers can now choose their races and classes.
So they can change. They could be like lizards, or I was going to say leckos. Lizards. They could be cats. They could be
dog.
Any
people.
Kind of D&D
They're all
race.
humanoid-esque. Yeah. And there's ogres. There's like two-headed ogre
rock
character.
people.
Yeah, there's rock people that can do all sorts of cool stuff. And Carl chooses, big spoiler, Carl selects the race of primal, which is kind of like the ancient human, so to speak, if you were to relate it to any other race.
Caveman style.
No, not caveman style. No.
Oh, Allie, I think you're muted.
Sorry. Why?
He didn't want to not be human still, but he also didn't want to be a loser and just stay human.
That's not it at all. No, he saw
that's part of it.
No, the primals had huge potential. He wanted to stay human, but he saw the huge potential in the stat boosts that primal provided.
Well, he also asked Mordecai, he was like, which one won't change me? I want him to still look human.
He wants to be human. Yeah, and Mordecai was like, yeah, primal, you'll stay, all things considered, you'll still stay and look and be who you are right now as Carl, because primals share a very similar, just almost entirely anatomy-wise, but they were an ancient, advanced version of a human. And
my favorite... Oh, sorry, continue.
No.
I was going to say my favorite part is that Donut chose to stay cat, and like Mordecai kept telling her, like, there's races that you could choose that look like cat, but they'll give you different like stat boosts, and she's like, nope, cat. I'm staying cat. I'm a cat.
Yeah, Mordecai was like, you can be this kind of...
I was like, dude, go be a tabaxi.
Which is like way better. Nope, cat. No, like this other one is way better and stronger. It's going to be really good for you, cat.
She's like, I'm already the best. Why would I change who I am?
And I think
we all need a donut in our life.
We really do.
Was like,
Donut. Oh, Donut used to be a bitch. Okay. Like book 1, I was like, girl, I get it. You're a high and mighty princess cat, whatever. But then you realize that it's really just a facade she puts on, and that she's actually a really sweet girl underneath who's just broken.
Aww.
And Donut even wanted Carl to potentially be a cat for a little bit, and he was like, nope, never happening. Not happening.
I think that would have been great. Oh my God, 2 cats just running around the dungeon. Fuck yes. Especially, this is the book where Donut gets her pet baby, Mongo, who's a dinosaur.
Oh my gosh.
She starts riding him around.
Well, she doesn't officially start riding him until book 3. In book 2, he's such a baby.
He's still a tiny little guy.
Cute.
He's a little raptor. That's
how are there dinosaurs?
Well, there's all sorts of creatures in the dungeon.
Okay, you're right. Okay, so this was a dungeon creature that she befriended.
Well, she
actually won this.
Yeah, she won in a special room in the dungeon that they found.
They like my favorite part about Donut is she is very impulsive. So like they finished this huge boss battle thing, and there were 3 different chests in the room, and Carl's like, okay, so we're gonna read the description of each one and pick which one's gonna be the best. And Donut read pet on one and was like, oh, we're getting this.
No, you guys are crazy. Bri, you're crazy. You're correct that she is like that, and it's worse when it's spells, because sometimes you learn a spell or you even just equipment sometimes.
Oh, no. We didn't even talk about how in the first book she got a fucking crown, and she did not read anything about it. It was just like, yep, put it on because I am Princess Donut. she put it on, and it basically bound her to where on the 9th floor she has to kill all of a specific race before she can go on to the next floor.
Royalty, all the royal members of the Blood Sultanate.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And it's all because she's impulsive as fuck.
Because she is in line for she's the next in line for the succession.
But John, let me ask you, if Loki could fucking talk to us and think, don't you think he would be impulsive as fuck too?
Absolutely. No question.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, what were we saying right before we went on to the crown there though?
We were talking about Mongo.
Yeah. So she went into a room with multiple pets to select. And, you know, it's one of those situations where she's like, I want that one. But, you know, you read the descriptions of all of them and they did. And Carl's like, oh, this one sounds like it would really be beneficial to the group right now. Like this one sounds really strong. And because it's like, it was this meatball thing, like a chunky meatball that was basically good at absorbing damage and dealing damage, like just full on. It was a meatball. It's durable and it's gross, but it would have been nice. And she's just like, no, I want this baby little cute dino. So they got the baby cute dino.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because she's the queen or the princess and rules the group.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. But then, like, in later books, you kind of realize that she still is impulsive and very quick with her decisions, but she's thought about it and she knows why she's making the decision that she's making. And it typically works out for the group.
I would agree. And Carl becomes very much, you could tell from the very beginning, but it only grows from there, that he has just hates this, everything about this. And he wants to stick it to the man and basically tear it all down and burn it all from the inside out as much as possible. So if he can damage Borant, if he can damage the syndicate, which is like the overarching government authority, if he can just kill members of that group in any way or hurt them financially, he's going to do everything possible to do so. And he that only grows, and he becomes more risky and wild with his moves and plans. And elaborate with those, that agenda. So, but that's kind of cool and fun.
I really don't remember anything that happens in this. This is my least favorite book of the series so far.
So it's also the shortest. Oh, but I'll let you answer that.
To me, it was just the most boring. Like, I was so into the first one and I was so excited because it was new and exciting. And I was like excited to see where the story went. And I just felt like book 2, you always want books to like build off of each other. And I'm not saying that the story didn't build off of each other, but it kind of felt like it was like a plateau where it was almost like the same story-ish or vibe, because it was still like, okay, so we're getting our classes, we're learning this, we're doing that. So it felt very similar to me. So then when they got to book 3, book 3's, I love the map of book 3. John hates the map, but it's because to me, the first 2 weren't.
It wasn't my love environment wise. The book was still great, but the environment, the scenery, but we aren't there yet.
Yeah. But whereas to me, the first 2 books, they're in different style settings, but it felt the same to me. It didn't feel like there was enough differentiation. So like to the point where this book that I'm currently in, the 5th one, it made reference to the 3rd floor. It's like, it feels very much like the 3rd floor. And I was like, what the fuck was the 3rd floor, John? I cannot remember. And then he was like, it was book 2. And I was like, oh, that's why.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Well, book 2 is the shortest book that Matt Dinniman, we never even told anyone the author's name yet. Dinniman,
it's going in the title of the episode, so
that's fair. Matt Dinniman's second book is the shortest of every book he's ever written by far. And in fact, ever since, it's only grown to the point where book 5 that I'm almost done with is 750 or so pages, and book 6 is over 800 pages. And book 7, I believe, I'm probably off, but I think it's 900 pages. He just keeps growing the books, and it's just so much to put in. And from what I read actually recently, when I actually Googled when book 8 was set to come out earlier today, and Matt Dinniman is quoted as saying that it'll be much less challenging to write than book 7, so it shouldn't take as long. So I got a little bit of a spoiler that book 7 was challenging to write, which is pretty cool to hear.
I'm so excited for that book.
Yeah, I mean,
man, what's it going to be like for you guys though? You've been able to binge, and now you're gonna have to wait a year.
Well, no, that's why I've been
fucking suck. Oh, he's gonna go back and reread them. I bet you.
No, I read and listen to the audiobooks.
Well, I know. I'm saying once this 6 comes out, then
7.
you have to wait. What's about
7 comes out on Tuesday.
Okay, 7. So then you have to wait
6 and 7. So technically, that's like 1,500. I don't know how many pages was that. Like, probably 1,500, 1,600 pages, 1,700 pages, something like that left of book to read. That's a lot for me, especially since I'm also listening to the audiobooks, which is another 20, 25 hours.
So he's essentially reading this book twice over, every single one that we've done.
Do you do it simultaneously? Like you'll read and then you'll listen to it, or you read it all and then listen to it all?
So I read, and in the car I'll listen. So right now I'm like, I am about 50 pages from completion in the 5th book, and in the audiobook I still have like 10 hours or something, maybe almost half. So I'm behind in the audiobook.
He's reading these books 2 times for the first time. Like, I've never done that.
It's cool.
I have read a book, enjoyed it, and been like, I'll reread that. Like, I'll reread this series. This is a good series, but I'm not doing it.
No, I get it. No, but it's really fun because the way Jeff Hayes brings these characters to life and animates them in ways that I feel like I get into the books, and I can visualize and kind of really fantasize about it in my mind. But Jeff Hayes takes it to another level, especially with his voices, and his acting is just so good.
If he read all my audiobooks, I would actually really enjoy audiobooks.
This is really blowing up for those guys, and they're actually,
really is.
I think they're really close. They come across as being kind of buddies with each other at this point, which is really cool to see too.
Well, I honestly think that they both kind of helped each other get this fame, because I think Sound Booth was this baby thing where they could only get these off the wall indie author books, and then they get Matt Dinniman's book, and then they turn it into this thing that's actually like really enjoyable to listen to. And then now they kind of just helped each other explode.
I agree with you. And there's another key thing here is the way that Matt Dinniman releases Dungeon Crawler Carl is pretty unique, especially for at this point in his kind of progression. So what I mean by that is he releases it in an audiobook format and ebook format first, alongside his self-published paperback format only. Those are the 3 options. And Amazon Audible and Amazon Kindle are the only options for digital and audiobook. And the paperback is done right through. I'm not sure where you get it. I think you get it directly from his website or some sort of there's some sort of store online where you can purchase it. It comes straight from his self-publisher. And the actual books that I'm buying, like book 7, like I said earlier in the previous minisode, comes out next Tuesday, the 23rd. And that is coming out by, I believe it's Ace self-publishing. Ace Books publishes it, and they get the kind of global distribution publishing rights at this point. But Book 7 came out a while ago. It came out, I believe, almost a year ago.
The audiobook did, yeah.
Even though the self-publishing paperback as well.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that part
so
too. Yeah.
If you don't buy the self-publishing paperback book, you won't get the actual physical book for a long time. It's almost a year.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So back in book 2, the book involves quests and meeting elites, and Carl finds himself meeting an elite NPC who's pretty cool, but it essentially has him on a special quest, and we come to find out that this quest and this elite are run by have their own producer, because as we mentioned in the previous minisode, Dungeon Crawler World is televised.
Mm-hmm.
And so this elite has its own showrunners and its own group of producers. So they're with their own goals, and they actually have kind of somewhat of control over the elite and the storyline there. And one of the other main things is that the small time showrunners with their elites can never, ever get in the way of the overarching story arcs of the main story, which Borant and the other major groups have. So Floor 3 has a plot line, Floor 6 has a plot line, and Floor 9 has a plot line. And so those are just things that you come to find out as you read. But in Floor 2, Elite, very much involved with a quest. It's very cool to see this kind of open up. But yes, there's also side challenges too, if you will. Book 2 is the first time we find ourselves engaged with not just the story of Dungeon Crawler and learning Dungeon Crawler tutorials and learning skills, but it's the first time we are getting involved with more depth to there's actual lore to these dungeons, and there's so much depth there, and we find out this whole plot point. And the name of the book is Doomsday Scenario, and there's a whole list of events that take place in order to culminate in what becomes Carl's Doomsday Scenario, which in essence is a giant bomb about to explode that is in his inventory. Literally
in his inventory, and it took John telling me that for me to realize that.
Well, why can't he drop it?
No, if he takes it out,
it was literally just about to explode.
Yes, it is less than a second, like
I see. He put it in his inventory to stop it exploding.
Yes,
to see if it would stop. Yeah, and it worked.
Otherwise, he and everyone within probably 100 square miles of his location were probably going to blow up.
That's no good.
I thought he did what he originally wanted to do with it, and I was talking to John about it as I was like halfway through the third book, and I said something, or John said something like, maybe he could just use the bomb. And I was like, they got rid of that bomb. And he was like, no, that's in his inventory. I was like,
oh my gosh. I mean, you would forget if it's like not a major plot point involved anymore. I would.
I mean, it was a major plot point in the story, and I didn't realize it from that.
Oh, you just didn't realize. Oh, okay.
Book 2 is also where we meet one of the other core characters that Katya.
Katya is my favorite, actually. I love
He was
Katya.
Introduced.
I want Katya and Carl to get together so bad, but
That's
Katya
not happening.
split off from the group.
She's with someone else. You know that already.
I'm choosing to believe she's not, because
she's into furries.
Did you read how jealous Carl was when that happened?
I mean, a little bit perhaps, but I can't say for sure. But
Very much so. So I'm here for that relationship to form.
this is also where we met him
Oh.
in book 2. He's the guy who looks like a cat person who Katya is in love with now. Or with, not necessarily in love with, but like, seems to be with at this point. Book 5.
Who? Does his name start with an M?
Batista.
No, it's Mike.
It's
Oh.
Batista.
Ew.
Batista with the stuffed animals.
Batista in my head is this old Asian dude.
Nah, Batista is a
She's with him.
he's a
Gross.
class. He's a swashbuckler class with, and his race
He's a
is like
pirate.
some sort of humanoid tiger cat thing.
And how Jeff voices him, it would remind me of in the third Pirates of the Caribbean, you come into my spa house. You know who I'm talking about? I don't know his name.
I haven't watched that movie in forever.
It's such a good movie. The third one's
I
the
know.
best one.
Oh no, I love the first one.
The first one's fucking phenomenal, but the third one, I love the third one so much.
Yeah, no, there's a lot that happens in book 2 that I think really sets the stage for the next several books. And it's the first time we're outside in an open world environment. We're first time getting quests, first time meeting elites, first time meeting major other additional characters, setting the stage up for progress moving forward. So I really liked book 2. And especially more so in hindsight now that we're kind of discussing it because of how much it laid out. Without book 2, the other books wouldn't really be so good. Yeah, Katya, back to her, she was initially presented to us as like a very shy,
very dumb girl. She was a monster truck. Her class is a monster truck,
right.
And she's a doppelganger.
She's a doppelganger class.
Mm-hmm.
Or no,
so
race.
So the first time that they met her, it was described as she looked basically really gross because she didn't know how to put herself together because she didn't have someone to help train her in that. And then when she got put with Carl and Donut, Mordecai helped her out.
Oh.
Yeah. So a doppelganger is almost like you're made of clay.
Shapeshifter. Yeah.
You're made of clay and you shapeshift your body and mold your body into looking like anyone.
Katya
it actually
has since been physically. A boat. She was a boat.
Wow.
But anyways, no, what's really messed up about the dungeon is that Katya, when she shapeshifts, it hurts her because she's actually reforming her skin and bones and body. Like actually,
so it hurts
physically. Yes, it hurts. It's imagine yourself trying to morph your body.
Why did she want to do that then?
Well, because in the tutorial guild, the guild tutorial person that she got told her that would be a good race to be.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that sucks.
Because all the tutorial people are not like Mordecai. Mordecai is the best.
So you follow the relationships of Carl and Donut with these other major characters, and you see these other major characters grow and develop.
Something that's important for one of our other minisodes that we'll be talking about is that how they came to be with Katya is she was a part of a group, and the group leader was essentially like, she's our weakest link and we don't want her. So you need to train her up.
That really does sum up book 2. Book 2 is really short.
Cool.
I think we covered a lot of it.
Yeah.
I'm getting intrigued.
Do you have any other questions or should we go on?
I'm ready for book 3.
All right. Well then, everyone, we will see you
next minisode.
Or
whatever's coming up.
Episode. And then we've got another Dungeon Crawler Carl minisode coming up for you.
Woo-woo. See you then.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for sticking with us.
We hope you enjoyed it.
If you did, we would greatly appreciate it if you gave us 5 beautiful stars, reviewed, and subscribed.
You can also follow us on Facebook at Offscript, on Instagram at Offscript Podcast 21, and on TikTok at Offscript_pod.
Shoutouts to Madame Ashen Creations for our adorable logo art.
And Adam Daniel for our incredible theme song.
And to Creative Cinephile Productions for producing our podcast.
See you next time.
Hello there. This is your friendly neighborhood podcast host here to tell you about the Pick a Flick podcast, an audio series that features reviews of film and sometimes TV, and is hosted by yours truly, the Western Wonder. If you have a favorite genre of film, it's likely been covered. You want drama? We got dramas. You want comedy? We got comedies. You want action? We got action. You want horror? We got horror. You want animation? We got that too. You want shorts? Well, I'm still working on doing that occasionally, but that's coming as well. Be sure to check out the show, and who knows, I may just have a pick of the flick for you, a podcast listener who has discovered something new or unwatched with my show. Thank you for hearing out the Zad, and we hope to see you there.